Hello YouTube, today I'm going to bring you guys a deck profile of a deck that's gotten a lot of hype recently, and at the recent YCS in Seattle over the weekend it did take two, I believe, of the top 16 spots and at least one top 8, and the deck is Macro Rabbit, a variant of Dino Rabbit. So let's get started. You obviously have the two rabbits. Banish them to special summon two vanillas from your deck, and they're destroyed during the end phase. Now the vanillas, 3 Sabrosauruses and 3 two-headed King Rex. I'm running Rex over Cosablosaurus just because I like him more. No other particular reason than that. There's nothing really in the meta that is 1600 with the exception of Inzektor Centipede. And I don't see Inzektors too often at my local, so I don't have to deal with that problem. Next is 3 Jirak Guaibas. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 1 Jirak with 1700 or less attack from your deck, but it can't declare an attack this turn. 2 Tour Guides, it's at 2, so there you go. The 2 targets, Night Assailant and Sangin. When Sangin is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. And Night Assailant's effect is, when it's flipped, you target 1 monster your opponent controls and destroys it. 1 Thunder King stops your opponent from adding from deck to hand. Effect Veiler negates effect monster's effects. Max C, you ditch it from your hand when your opponent special summons a monster, and you draw every time they special summon that turn. Now onto the spells. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. 1 Dimensional Fissure. I would run it a second macro, but I don't have a second macro, so I'm running this in its place. It's pretty much the same thing. 1 Book of Moon. 1 Pot of Avarice for restocking your deck after you've used a rabbit or 2. 1 Mind Control for stealing your opponent's monsters for the turn. Triple Forbidden Lance. The Guaibas and the Evil Czars are pretty small, relatively speaking, in the meta, so this allows them to get over bigger monsters and keep them on the field, or in Guaiba's case, allows him to get his effect off, so you can go into one of the Evil Czars. 2 MSTs. Now for the traps. 1 Mirror Force, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 2 Warnings. 2 Compulses, just an awesome card. Send 1 monster from the field to its owner's hand. 2 Dimensional Prisons, banishing an attacking monster. And the macro. You can special summon 1 Helios, the Pyramidal Sun Lord, from your hand or deck when you activate this card. That effect is irrelevant. Nobody plays him. When this card is on the field, any card sent to the graveyard is removed from play instead. So monsters, spells, traps go bye-bye and become useless unless you have a way to get them back. 1 Dust Tornado for destroying traps and spells. And 1 Starlight Road. 41 cards in the main deck. Now I'll show you my extra deck. 2 Evil Czar Dalkas. You detach a material, negate the effect of an effect monster, and if you do, destroy it. Evil Czar Logia. When a monster would be summoned or a spell or trap is activated, you can detach both materials from this card and negate that monster's summon or that card's activation and destroy it. Utopia and Utopia Ray. Shockmaster, Maestroke the Symphony Djinn, Photon Butterfly Assassin. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card to target one defense position monster on the field and change it to face up attack position. And if you do, it loses 600 attack. Gem Knight Pearl, just a rank 4 2600 beat stick to get over things like Shien, Utopia, and Light Pulsar. One Zenmaines, excellent defensive card. One Giga Brilliant for boosting up your Evilzars because they're 24 and 2300 attack, making them more formidable at 27 and 26 respectively. One Leviathan Dragon. One Temtempo, the Zenmaines killer, or killer of any XYZ monster, detaching one material from it. And lastly is Stardust. This deck has become super cheap recently because him, Rabbit, Tour Guide, Max C have all been released in tins over the past 6 months, making this deck go from a $60 card, a $20 card, a $50 or $60 card, a $50, $60 card, and another $40 card, down to these cards are basically worth almost nothing now. But Konami decided we're basically going to release everything so anyone in the world can play this deck. So they're starting to do that. Let's release all these really good cards really cheap so anybody can play anything, which is actually, I like it, but a lot of people don't because it devalues cards they've had, but I don't care. It's all about fun to me. So you guys all have a good day. Rate, comment, subscribe. Bye.